When I was 12 years old, I made a promise to myself that I would get to Jerusalem before I turned 30 years old. Something about Jerusalem, something about all the different towns and places of the Holy Land. It's a newer concept, labeling a place a country. When I was 12, I didn't say, I'm going to go to Israel, this country. I'm going to go to the place of Jerusalem and all the other towns where there's a lot of history there. Jesus, prophets, people, descendants of the people of the Bible, the Palestinians. And people have been forced to leave there. So there's people in Lebanon and other places that are also the descendants of the people of the Bible. So I was 12. I said, I'm going to get there before I turn 30. Who says something like that? Anyway, everything happened. So I started working when I was 12. That's why I made that promise to myself. My friends were going there, a program where you could go there. And I said, I can't go right now. I'm learning how to be a great chef. I'll get there before I turn 30. So I was 29 and a half, and I got laid off from a job I was working at. The economy got real bad, and they had to let go somebody, and I was the newest one there. The voice in my head said, hey, Brian, you remember that promise you made when you were 12 years old to go to Jerusalem? I said, I do remember I said that. I never even thought about it all those years. So I get a passport and, I save up some money and I go. I got there December 8th. I turned 30 December 9th. I got there before I turned 30. Such a sacred place. And when I met the Palestinian people, I never met such authentic, kind human beings. Now, there's a genocide, or you might have a different opinion on that. There's, let's say, two different sides. People supporting Israel right now, and people against genocide right now. Perhaps there's more sides than that. I'm just someone that's against genocide, and see the actions of Israel as evil. I see it as violations of the Ten Commandments. You don't kill. You don't steal. Talking about God promised us this land, so we're back now to take it. And if God didn't want it, God would stop us. No, you have free will to harm people if you want. That's your free will. You can either love people, you can either see yourself as equally human or others as inferior savages and yourself as superior. You can do anything. You can buy congressmen, senators, presidents, or you can end homelessness. Like, you could do anything you want. God is not stopping Sure, a lot of things are stopped, but yet, you know, we are living our lives. And, you know, there's a parable about Jesus, right? Or a story, or something that happened. Something. The devil said, jump off this cliff. God will save you. If God loves you. Or whatever was said, right? Jump. I see things very simple. And I'm going to make a clear line that I'm not going to cross. I'm not working with people, for people who support Israel, who support this genocide or have some, think it's complex. It's a complex issue. No, it's not. It's all this godless, evil ways where no one matters but you. And associating to defend Judaism, we must kill others. We must oppress others for 80 years. We should not look in the mirror. Only them. They are the terrorists. There's a lot of hate put at other religions, other people that you've never met in your life, and there's a lack of looking in the mirror and truly seeing ourselves. You know, they just dropped these Epstein files, right? Where it showed people in positions of power and influence have been doing some really evil stuff, right? Now, we don't even all agree on that. Many of us have been saying it for years and years and years and years. And people think it ain't true, or whatever they think. Really sit with your programming. Because when they release these things and then they say, hey, yes, we've been doing this, you're still like unfazed, not budged 1 inch. Where you been the whole time, saying words, yet, see, you know, we play it off when everything is fine, but then when shit hits the fan and you're still saying